Hey guys, I am so excited that all of you have decided to join our Inviting 101 workshop. And I'm going to do some visual lessons, I guess you can call them, because I'm a pretty visual person, so bear with me. I wanted to teach you guys today on day one about inviting, but you have to start with planting seeds. All you have to do is get 3 customers a month. That's easy, right? But then it gets in your head. Then people start saying no. Then people start asking you questions and you don't know how to handle them. Then you start doubting yourself. Then you're not going to hit any of your goals, because the minute you doubt and create that belief that you had for a second to go away, you're not going to push through and reach your highest potential. Let's keep it simple. I'm going to show you guys what it means to plant seeds and funnel it through a process that I find works. Okay, so bear with me. I'm gonna make kind of a mess right here, but you see how I'm beside my bed? You see how behind me actually is my son's playroom. I'm a mom, this is how I work, it's pretty fun. So we have a funnel. Your job as a coach is to get people through this funnel, down here, and these little people right here who fall through the hole, those are gonna become your customers, those are become your challengers, those are gonna become your coaches. But you know what happens? If you're not filling this up, nothing is ever going to get down here. A lot of times people think, okay, I have invited one person, that's a customer, boom. No, you're not going to get one customer per one invite. You know what you might get though? You might get one customer per 20 invites. You might get one customer per 50 invites. Is that hard to hear? Sure it is. But let's say you see this pile of seeds, all right? So here are some seeds, and we're going to be planting those seeds. So my husband's going to love me because I'm making a mess. We're going to plant those seeds. We're going to sift through them. We're going to just get to know people, hang out, build relationships with them, follow up with them. Don't be salesy. And I'm going to demonstrate to you what you could say, but be you. Don't copy and paste. That's gross. Be interested in them. You need to listen more than you talk. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to start building those relationships, and some people are going to start to fall through. Some people are going to go through that funnel, but it might not be all at once. You're going to get a lot of no's at first. You're going to get a lot of people who say, oh, I just can't afford it this month. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because at the end of the month, if you plant, let's say, 50 to 100 seeds, you might get a handful of customers. It's that easy, guys. So planting seeds, this is what I do. First and foremost, planting seeds, easy. Building new relationships, contacting a couple of people a day, being interested in them. If you're an introvert, that's okay, because you can absolutely succeed in this business. As a matter of fact, I think you have a unique angle, because your heart will be so large in helping people, because you're probably driven by service and love acts. If you're an extrovert, you're like, no problem, let me go hang on to these people and just tell them all about challenge groups. Well, both of those spectrums need to reel it in a little bit and think about the goal here. The goal is to help people. So always keep in mind the person you're talking to. Don't always think in your mind, oh, okay, well, this person's a challenge pack. That's 2 points. That's $50. That's hitting my goal. No. Listen to them. That's 15 pounds they can lose. That's their vacation they can feel more confident on. That's how we can help them earn a bigger paycheck. Think of others. Listen to others. A way that you'll be able to plant seeds, obviously listening to them, loving on as many people as possible. But guys, what's going to make this really, really easy is if you develop social media credibility. Now let me explain what I mean by that. If you are walking into this business and you don't really have a great reputation of perhaps being a leader, maybe you've tried 100,000 things and it didn't work out and your friends know that, maybe you've always been a follower, or maybe you were a natural born leader. Either way, you're going to have to assess where you are when you approach this business. Like, when you start as a coach, what chapter are you on in your life? Are you already well established? Are you already credible as far as your health and fitness journey? If you are, great, because that means you might be able to kick off this faster. If you're not, That's awesome, because people will relate to that. People will relate to you going through your journey. Social media credibility. I don't want to digress, so let me get to the point. You have got to post publicly about your challenge groups. You cannot invite people to join you if you're not hosting a challenge group and if you're not inviting the world for it. So my system is that I like to post at least 3 times a week an invite to my upcoming challenge group. Now, does that seem excessive? It might, but I'm adding new friends every single day. So those new friends that I added yesterday, they didn't see my invite from 2 days before. So what am I going to do? I'm going to post another invite. I'm going to change the wording, maybe change the graphic, maybe make it a little more casual, maybe make it a little more formal. Whatever it is, change it up. But I would say post an invite to your challenge group 3 times a week. But you have to make sure to make your challenge groups worth their while. If you're going to be inviting people, okay, if you're going to be inviting people, throwing seeds in this funnel to join you in getting healthy and fit and coaching, whatever the invite is for, don't you think that as their friend, you should follow through with the quality of service and the quality of support that you told them that they would get? So planting seeds, going down that funnel, developing social media credibility, having a challenge group to invite people to, that's huge. Don't invite people to start something with you when you don't even know what you're inviting them to. And 4th is what I have not mentioned yet. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of the big crescendo that I wanted to leave you with on day 1. But how you're going to wrap this all together is you are going to make a list. I know that's not like sexy to talk about. Nobody wants to make a list and be boring. And I'm not just trying to be all boring and logical, but honestly, guys, making a list will keep you organized. Keeping you organized will keep you sane. Keeping you sane will keep you successful. And it's going to continue to snowball, okay? So make a list. Write down every single person every single month that you talk to. I don't want you just to check them off and make them a number. I want you to write down that person's name. I want every conversation you have to be associated with a person, because you are helping that person, not just a tally mark that you got your numbers that day, okay? So it's a little way to think about it. Make sure that you associate a name with the list. Write down the person's name when you invited them or when you are contacting them to build that relationship, which will funnel down to an invite. And tomorrow, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 steps that I do every single time I go through a conversation that I convert to an invite. It's super easy. I know some of you have seen it before, so it might be repetitive, but we can always sharpen our skills. Continue to read over everyone's conversations that they posted in this group, because on day 3, I'm totally cheating, but on day 3, we're going to go through and we're going to offer constructive feedback and positive feedback and words of advice throughout the conversations. So you guys told me you're willing to be vulnerable, and a way to grow is to put yourself out there. So if you're willing to learn and if you're okay with that, then you are definitely in the right workshop. We have had a lot of meat in this day 1, but it's only 3 days and it's a workshop, and you guys committed 30 minutes. So watch this video. Write your plan down. Tell me, post below, what changes you are going to make today, or what aha moment you might have had to say, you know what, that's probably why I've not been hitting my goals. You know what, I've not been comfortable with inviting because I've not been confident in the service that I'm going to provide them. I'm not confident in the challenge groups that I'm inviting them to, so I can't even talk about it confidently. People are going to notice that. Thank you guys so much, and I'm sorry this was so long, but there's a lot to talk about on day 1. So don't forget, post below an aha moment, something that you're realizing that you need to fix, need to tweak. I'm going to summarize it in our post below. Thanks.